Lekker mense, good day and welcome to the South African and still people find it difficult to understand that domestic violence is a thing, is still a thing. How can you look there? That's what the woman does. Well, at least my wife. Yeah, man. I somewhere scratched the skull with a key or something because I'm quite upset. But on second thought, it would probably be a little bit stupid because I would have to be the one who repair the scratch. Yeah. And now the mowing. Oh, the mow is done and it is looking good. It is looking real good, Owens. Must be honest with you, for the end of June, we are still hanging in there. Look at the herbicide burn there, Owens. Not the bestest thing that I could have ever done with my lawn, but check the color, it's about to go dormant there. That's why it is a perfect time for us to try and keep a part of this Kikuyu green through the winter. So we spoke about it in the other video. So what we're going to do here today is add a black medium on a few square meters of lawn here in an attempt to see if I, Mr. Merrick, can keep my Kikuyu lawn green through the Johannesburg winter. I hope it's going to be a success. You know what? I'm starting to think that this might work. I've just got a little thingy in my head that says, Merrick, this might make a bit of a difference. Why am I saying that? Because my edges are looking filthy. Okay, the garden beds are also filthy, Owens, but check these black borders. I'm pretty sure the sun bakes on them through the day and they are absolutely making my edges go nuts. So let me get my black medium, let's gooi it on the lawn and let's see what happens through July and August in Johannesburg. Lekker. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I've allocated a spot where in previous years this part of the lawn turned the brownest. You know, it went the most dormant of the rest of the yard. Like I've said in previous videos, the edges here are pretty protected by roofs and whatever, so it doesn't turn as brown as this middle part where the spade is. So I'm assuming that this year would be no different. And the reason why the rest is staying green is because I think it radiates heat from the building, and also it's a little bit more protected from a harsh climate and frosts and all those things, you know. So I think that's a perfect little spot right there. Just a note on the mowing, this lawn is turning a little bit crispy. I can really feel, I haven't mowed in 2.5 weeks or so it's not really growing. I took quite a bit off. As you can see, there's definitely grass cut, but it starts to bounce again. This porpoising is once again becoming a little bit of an issue here. I think because the grass is getting a little bit harder because of this cooler weather, but still looking good. Right, and so I've got my compost pile here. This is what I'll be using. It's a little bit chunky. It would have been cool had I sifted it before I used it. A little bit too late now. Let's go. So I'm gonna make a bit of a border here. Yeah. Yeah, Owen, so it's very nice watching the video, but I mean, the further you move away, the more embarrassing it looks. It looks absolutely shocking. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, any case, the things I wouldn't do for the people on this channel. Okay, so I've scraped all the wood chips here to one side, which I'll remove from the lawn. So I've only got the smaller particles of compost here, so that if needs be, if I can mow another time, it wouldn't take so long for me to run over that. Wood chip's not a real big issue for a 4.5mm blade. I think that's the thickness of the professional blade. Can't see that doing too much damage, but still, I'm going to remove the biggest stuff off there and leave only the pure dusty compost. Yeah, I know guys, it is absolutely mind-blowing how scientific this channel is getting. It's getting to an absolute stage where we're doing hardcore scientific stuff for the better of all Kikuyu owners across Johannesburg, more especially Roodepoort, or in the rest of the world. Guys, so there's not really much more to it. So we spoke about it in the previous video, that there's one or two methods. This is the one that I think is going to work best for me, to try and get the sun through the middle of the day to bake on this black stuff and generate heat and trick the soil into thinking that, my word, it feels like it's a little bit warmer, and then trick the grass into thinking maybe it's not winter. Maybe we can still grow. So that's the mindset behind this method. And then the other one is to irrigate in the early mornings. Okay, so what that'll do is remove the frost off the lawn. If your climate is very harsh, and I said it in the previous video, I don't think we're going to have a lot of success. I think when it's like borderline, yes, we could maybe make a small difference. If your climate is harsh, I don't think we can do much. Right guys, so I'm not going to irrigate in the early mornings. I literally have 5 sprinklers here, and it's going to irrigate the entire lawn, so we wouldn't have a control. That's why I'm making a small pot here, so that we can test it to the pot next to it, to see whether it works. So irrigating is going to be a no-go for me, and getting up at 4 a.m. every morning in the winter to try and get the frost off my lawn, or 5 or 6 a.m. in the mornings, so this is not going to work for me, okay? So this is my attempt. Let's hold thumbs that this thing works, and maybe we're onto something here. So just a little side note there. The last 7 days has been freezing in Johannesburg. We had not maybe as low evening temperatures because we had overcast weather. Now it's sunny, so I would imagine that we might see a little bit more frost and those type of things now. The cloud cover always prevents the frost from nailing the grass, and also the evening temps wasn't as high. We had a 16mm downpour yesterday. That's awesome, keeping my garden wet through the winter. And as you all would have probably known by now, if you watch this channel for a few years, my borehole is not the strongest thing through the winter that I've ever seen in my life before. Right guys, so that's my attempt to keep my lawn green through the winter. There will be, believe me, something looking that stupid, there will be updates about that. Just walked past here now, and I realized, I just clicked, that this thing that I've dug here looks like a graveyard. It looks like I buried my dog underneath my lawn. Looks a little bit stupid. Whatever. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Smash into the like button if you enjoyed the video. And thank you so much to all the new subscribers. It's you viewers. If you watched till now, it's you guys who drive this channel. I really appreciate it. Any comments, any suggestions, gooi them in the comment section below. I would really appreciate it if you engage and get involved. Cheers out, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.